Hey there, I'm Dr. Ruth Roberts, your pet's ally. Apologies for the delay today, but that's the way it bounces. Just helping my mom out a little bit. Susie, good to see you. I hope all are well. Let's see, Hannah got me some questions together, and Jamie is saying that her senior pup will be 15 in 2 weeks. Congratulations, and give her a happy birthday hug for us. She's due for her rabies vaccine, and overdue actually as she had a UTI, and her vet will not do a medical waiver, and she's had blood work last month and all that was great. So she's got Thuja, and she's got a laser appointment on Thursday, and she's going to want to do the rabies vaccine then. And she says they do the 3-year vaccine, and is this one different from the 1 year, and could request that. So here is some really fun facts to know and share about the 1 year versus the 3-year rabies vaccination. And with few exceptions, they are exactly the same thing in different bottles with different licenses on them, meaning 1 year or a 3-year vaccine, because that's just how the FDA rolls. So I don't understand it myself. They started to get really snitty with us if we gave a 3-year product and licensed it for 1 year, even though it's the same damn thing. So that means we had to buy 2 different variations of the same vaccine to be compliant, but whatever. So it is sounding, Jamie, like you can't just sort of keep dodging this bullet. And I'm assuming you have also already requested a rabies titer. If you need help with that, let me know. The other thing that may be helpful is the Rabies Compendium, which says, and let me see if I have it here, and I don't. I'm so sorry. I'll have to find the Rabies Compendium link for you all. So essentially what the Rabies Compendium is a document produced by the USDA to help inform us practicing vets and rabies control officials about what the appropriate thing to do is. So Jamie, as a last-ditch effort, I would suggest you send this to your vet. There is a page in there that talks about the fact that any dog that has, or cat, that has ever been vaccinated for rabies is considered to be up to date. And if the dog bites someone or the cat bites someone, then they would have a 10-day at-home quarantine, and then the health department would request that the dog be revaccinated. Now, in some states and in some municipalities, if you have a protective rabies titer available, they will often say, okay, that's fine. So I would throw that at your vet one more time, just to buy you a little bit more time. If that is absolutely just not going to work for them, and this is the sad truth, is that they will refuse to see you going forward, I imagine, is where this is heading, or you're concerned that this is where it's heading. Then what I would do is go ahead and whatever 3-year vaccine they offer, do that, and then start the Thuja immediately. I would check with the Adored Beast for her recommendations. Personally, I like using the oral suspension, but I think they all work well. So just use that immediately for twice a day for, well, again, check her recommendations, but what I would suggest is using it at the dose for twice a day for 5 days immediately following the rabies vaccine. So there are others, homeopaths, and this may be the deal with the Adored Beast stuff, where they want you to actually give it literally immediately following the vaccine. So see what that says, and Jamie, I hope that's helpful. The other question you had is about a friend's dog who was given ProHeart 12 injection for heartworm prevention. And Thuja, milk thistle, would that be helpful? And he has developed incontinence. Yeah, and definitely do not do those ProHeart injections. It has unfortunately killed several dogs. How they got back on the market, I have no idea. So what I would suggest is probably Thuja and milk thistle. And what I would suggest is, because this stuff is supposed to stick around for 12 months, is to use both Thuja and milk thistle. Sorry, guys, it's already been a long day and it's only one. 1 week out of each month. And, you know, if you're, yeah, get your friend to sign up for Ipets Ally so she can ask this question next month, or he. But that way I think that will help offer the most protection. So the way this vaccine or injection is supposed to work is they have little spherules that contain the drug, and then they break down over the period of time. So I think that giving it for, 12, once a week each month for 12 months will help protect from the effects of that. So as far as the incontinence goes, we may be able to offer some help with using a glandular supplement. So he or she could certainly start with holistic total body support and Simplex M. So I think that's a great help as far as incontinence goes. And then Karen is asking about a cricket protein dog food. And cricket as a protein is a real thing. So far as I know, and I'll pop you over to the link she sent. So far as I know, they are just using treats at this point, and they are working with Animal Biome to develop a prebiotic that will help optimize the gut. So at this point, they are only treats. There are actually human protein bars that are available out there, and I'm not sure if they've got a powder available or not, or if they could make that palatable. But cricket is really a great protein source. And the thing that's interesting, so as you can see here, it is a complete protein. So leucine, it's off the charts, which is what you want for muscle building and things of that nature. But I don't think there's any drawbacks to this. And the other major issue is that it's sustainable. So I can't really see a downside to cricket protein. So I'll pop you that link in here so you guys can check this out too. But yeah, it really is a thing, and I think we're going to see more of it, because as we continue to sort of decimate our world, and we know that beef has one of the most high sources for greenhouse gases, it's a good idea. It's much more sustainable, and it should be much more inexpensive once they sort out all of the bits and pieces. So I hope this is good. Let's see, and then there's another message from Karen about a friend's pup with vestibular disease. And I think we may have talked about this last time. So she's recovered except for the head tilt. I think we did talk about this last time. So this is where I would look at things like meclizine, which is not holistic, but it does help with balance in these issues. And so I think that's great. And then the other things would be to look at things that support brain function, so things like CoQ10 and alpha lipoic acid. And then May is asking about how much protein to use, and she says, I've been using 3.5 pounds of protein for a year now per batch, and then she's looking at other templates that say 3 pounds. So if you, and I will look at the templates and see if I have screwed something up, but the 3 pounds is when you were using beans, because there is extra protein in the beans, which would sort of offset that ½ pound of protein. So I'll double check all of our recipes, and our template too, but I think that's correct. So 3 pounds with beans, 3½ pounds without. Let me pop over to the Facebook group. Make sure I haven't missed any questions there. So let's see. We got your question, Jamie, and yeah. So they won't accept it unless the titer unless they're sick. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Again, I'm embarrassed by my profession. And Susie says I'd look for a new vet. And Susie, sometimes, this is the issue, is if you're in a small town, there just aren't other options. So that sucks. And here is Dapper Ollie in his handsome James Bond suit. Let's see. Oh, that is awesome, Noreen. And looks like your buddy is not happy to smile today, Brian, but very handsome. Looks very comfortable on the bed. And I think that's what I have for y'all. Yeah. So let's see. Susie is asking if I will post the link to the Rabies Compendium. What I'll do is we'll put a link for the Rabies Compendium both in YouTube and on the Facebook page, so you'll have that. And what we'll do is actually upload the compendium PDF to the Facebook page so that you'll have that available in files. So that's what I have for y'all today. I'm very sorry I'm disjointed, but as many of you know, my mother is unfortunately has very advanced lung cancer, and things are moving fast. So the upside is we're able to keep her comfortable, but the hospice nurse had to come at a certain time today, and so that kind of balled things up slightly. So that's what I have for y'all, and you're welcome, Susie. So until next week, keep the questions coming, take good care, and we'll talk soon. Thanks.